Alrighty, so I wanted to talk about new Estarossa and why you should maybe skip the banner, because there's a lot of interesting things about this, a lot of bad things, but the character itself seems really fun and really cool. And honestly, if that's what you're into and you want to use Estarossa, I'm not telling you not to summon for that. You know, whatever makes you happy in a gacha game, feel free to go for it, honestly, because I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a video game. It's not the end of the world. He doesn't seem to be super crazy for anything specific PvE related that I have seen anyway. I did see a post asking questions about him and everything on Reddit the other day, and people were saying that somebody in the comments said that even though in the patch notes here, the translated patch notes from Grand Cross database, it says Skull and Hati are immune to the darkness effect of Berserker Estarossa. He said, and I can't confirm because I've not seen anybody play Skull and Hati with him, but somebody was saying that only one of the dogs, I think only the black dog, is immune to the darkness effect, which would be interesting if that were the case. If the other dog was still able to be hit by it, I think that would still make it pretty interesting and viable. I can't confirm that or anything. If you play JP and you have tried it or you're willing to try it, feel free to leave a comment or anything to let me know, because that would be very helpful information. Because obviously, if you're running like, you know, if you want to run the new dogs and there is some sort of interesting team that you could put together, like full of demons, where maybe you use Assault Mode Estarossa, Valentine's Malascula for the, you know, Ignite immunity, and, you know, blah blah blah, you know, whoever else you want to use, Assault Mode, or you could use Estarossa to potentially fight the white dog and then build up stacks and everything like that, while you use Assault Mode melee to sort of take down the black dog in a sense, and that could be really interesting. I don't know, like I said, I'm not positive if that is completely 100% accurate or confirmed. Like I said, if you play JP or anything and you can let me know, I would appreciate that. But there's a couple of weird things. Not necessarily weird, but he is a little restricted. You do want to run him with as many demon race allies or commandment allies as you possibly can, so that way he can build up darkness stacks on the enemies, because if you attack with a demon race ally or himself or a commandment ally, then they will like help put, you know, stacks on. AoE characters seem to be the strongest to pair with him, because if you use an AoE skill with a demon or a commandment unit, because he uses 2 single target skills, then it applies a darkness stack on everybody that got hit, which is pretty good, because that gives you more options. You can kind of bounce around, attack who you need to whenever, and they already have stacks on them depending on who your ally that you're, you know, applying stacks with is. So that's pretty interesting. The problem is, if we look at the game, there's not a whole lot of good demons in the game. A lot of these characters are super old, super outdated. A lot of them don't really have great AoE skills or anything like that. You know, Cusack is, I think, the newest demon, like barring, you know, the melees, and he is a double single target. I think that the Chandler play is pretty interesting, because he has the whole, you know, counter thing, and if I'm not mistaken, I think that the counters do apply darkness stacks. I can't confirm that either. I did just watch a video on it earlier today, but I completely have already forgotten, so if you have that information, let me know. But yeah, just a lot of the demons are single target characters, which is understandable. You know, it is what it is. I do have Gloxenia built up, and I do want to use him because I think he's really fun, and his skill at level 2 will blockade, but, you know, it is an AoE skill, which I think is also kind of good. I think that he's kind of weak, and I think that he could probably get killed very quickly. He doesn't have the greatest CC, so that's probably going to be a huge issue, but, you know, you've got some interesting options. The problem is, a lot of the options are really old. They're characters that you might not already have built up. Level 100 is pretty rough as far as materials go. Maybe you're lacking pendants, maybe you're lacking XP pots like I am, maybe, you know, maybe you're having a hard time, you know, farming demon materials or whatever the case may be. Like, it's quite a lot of stuff to get a character to level 100, and, you know, if you're low on those sort of resources, then you're not going to be able to just bounce around and sort of, you know, power up all of these just random niche characters that you haven't used in months to sort of put together a team. So if that is an issue, you know, it might not be a great character for you to go for at the moment. Plus, on top of that, with the new Estarossa coming out, he has a whole new set of costumes. There's a new Zeldris that is supposed to be, he is leaked to be coming out on the half anniversary banner, and he is going to be, I'm assuming, a new Zeldris, like naming, like a new named Zeldris, so he's going to have a brand new ultimate, which means he's going to have new outfits, which means there's more stuff that you have to buy for that character as well. You got to start building him up, depending on how good he actually is for the team, of course. But I don't know, obviously there's going to be, you know, maybe new demons coming out in the future that could help him. There's different kinds of things here and there, but if you're not already super interested in running the demon team, maybe you don't even have, you know, assault mode melee, or maybe you don't have him powered up, or whatever the case may be. I did power him up a couple weeks ago because I use him as like a good link, because mine's maxed out 6/6, so I get a good amount of stats from that. I use him as just like a just a default link for like good stats or whatever. So I did power him up already, and he's, you know, without I just released a video yesterday as the time of this coming out, and I used him, and he's kind of rough. I think that Estarossa is going to help make him a lot more meta. Hopefully, you know, some of these characters will get, you know, holy relics in the future, because with the Estarossa patch, we do get a holy relic for Zeldris coming out. But with this character not being really like built and designed to be able to help with Skull and Hati, it's kind of hard to farm those mats to get more demon relics. So it's kind of like a huge investment pit. Like, you're going to need to invest a lot into being able to beat the new, you know, demonic beast battle, so you can get so you can get holy relics for some of these demon characters, so that way they become better, so that way your team becomes better with Estarossa. And, you know, there's, I don't know, it's just it's a huge investment, I think, is what I'm trying to get across, and that might be the biggest hindrance to, like, you know, making you want to summon for the character. He is very cool. I think that the character's like really crazy cool. He does a lot of really fun, like tons of damage and everything, which is what you want to see out of like a festival, like DPS character. Obviously, DPS characters are the most fun to use in a lot of sense, because you can basically just switch your brain off and do big damage, and your, you know, neurons activate, and you're like, wow, very cool. So I don't know. A couple of other things to note is that the banner itself is not great. This is a post from Reddit that is not accurate, because it says high rate up here. He is actually not rated up, or technically, I guess all of the festival characters are rated up, because I found this post as well. All of the festival characters are 0.25%, which is okay, I guess. You know, that's not surprising. They tend to do this with a lot of festival banners, and it's really annoying, but you would hope that the new character would be rated up, you know, and have a better chance to get him. I guess because he's a festival character, he technically is, but, you know, I would assume if you're pulling on the banner, you're trying to get him, because the rest of the banner's kind of meh. So that's pretty unfortunate. I did see, shout out to Davo, little Davo right here. He was one of the, by the way, first, you know, if you look up Assault Mode Estarossa summons, he's the first comment, or he's the first video. His thumbnail looks fantastic, by the way. Shout out Davo, cool content creator, really enjoy his stuff. But yeah, he was one of the first people that I actually came across who actually showed the banner. And as you can see, the rest of the banner is, you get them, you are level 80. I'm pretty sure they're already max awakened, not super awakened, and they are a 0.19, like 0.1964% chance. So they're under 0.2%. So the festivals have a 0.05% better chance to be pulled. Obviously that's not great. The rates in this game are terrible. That's not a surprise. They've been bad for a long time. So yeah, shout out to him for showing off the banner and everything, so I could show that. Another thing is, he is now, as of, you know, the JP release and everything, he is the 5th highest CC character in the game. This is ungeared. He comes out to 34,667, which is right under Escanor, Trader Melly, Deanne, and Liz. So very interesting stuff. He's a really high CC unit, which is good, because another weird thing that they do to these demons is they cuck them when it comes to outfits. Everybody knows the infamous, like, oh, Trader Melly doesn't have his 5th weapon, it's not there, oh wow, you know, that sucks. He's missing a weapon. Cusack has never gotten his 5th headpiece, not sure why. Chandler also is missing cosmetics, if I'm not mistaken. He is missing a 5th weapon, and a 5th headpiece. So he is double screwed because he got an extra with his affinity or whatever. I think he got an extra outfit, which is not great. It's definitely not what you want to see, because if you already get an SSR outfit, and then if they give you one for upgrading the character to UR, that's already 2 free outfits basically, just for pulling the character. So the fact that he got a 3rd one from the affinity is not good. The only festival character that's really gotten any extra treatment is Festival Zeldris for some reason. He got a chef's outfit from the whatchamacallit, from the Hawk Pass at some point. So he actually has a 5th slot for all of his stuff. Whether or not it looks good is not relevant, because I really don't like the chef's outfits, but hey, at least he has full cosmetics, and that's all I can really ask for. But a lot of these demons get super shafted for some reason. During the festival, they're going to be giving out a free cosmetic. I think it's an outfit and a weapon, maybe it could be a hairpiece, I can't remember exactly, but you get one for regular Zeldris. I'm pretty sure you get one for regular Estarossa, and I'm pretty sure you get one for regular Melascula. And all of these characters are kind of old, barring maybe Valentine's Day Melascula. She's obviously the newest unit out of all of those, because the 2 Estarossas, the 2 Zeldrises, the 2 Melasculas, they all on global released on double banners. They released both of the characters at the same time, and then one of them got added to the coin shop after the update. So Green Melascula is the newest out of all of those, and even then, like, I don't know, she's okay. I'm not gonna say she's bad, but you know, she's not really what you're looking for as far as like max DPS, like best team or anything like that. But a lot of them are missing cosmetics, and it's really annoying to see. I don't know. I just want to let you know all of the downsides to this, because I feel like, you know, it's very easy to get swept away and be like, oh, super hype, which honestly the only reason I'm making this video in the first place is because I've gotten a lot of comments over the last couple of days, you know, after Estarossa was announced and sort of shown off and all this information was sort of brought to light, that a lot of people have already told me that they're skipping. Like they're just not into the demon meta. They don't have a lot of the characters. They don't have a lot of the resources to invest into it. You know, maybe they're just not looking for Demon Estarossa. Maybe they're looking for Angel Mael. I don't know what the case may be, but there's a lot of people who have voiced their displeasure with it so far. Obviously, I like him. I think he's a cool character. I like the Demon team. I'm planning on summoning for him and everything like that, and I do plan on showcasing him and everything. So I'll try to, you know, let you know my honest thoughts and opinions on him as I get him. Yeah, we'll probably do live summons whenever the banner drops, and that, I don't know, we'll see how he goes. I'll test him out on stream for sure. I'll try to showcase him in as many things as I possibly can to see how good he is for those activities and stuff. But yeah, and I'm definitely not planning on 6-6ing him either, because that is a whole hassle in of itself. So I will probably be using a 1-6 Estarossa at the very minimum, depending on if I finish the banner out, depending on when I actually pull the, you know, the copy of him. I might end up with a 2-6 or whatever the case may be, but I don't ever chase dupes. It's not worth it in my personal opinion. So I'll be using a low ult level, and that should be a really good, you know, I guess baseline to show if free-to-play players should even go for him, or if he's worth getting if you don't have high ult levels, which a lot of characters nowadays, you know, the festival characters end up getting these ridiculous, you know, extra effects and stuff like that on their ults the higher the ult level is, which is very unfortunate. So they don't make these banners, you know, easy to skip most of the time, and they don't make them easy to, you know, light spend on either. So that is basically it from me. I don't have anything else to talk about. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, because I have gotten several people saying, you know, I don't like the banner. I'm excited for the character. I'm getting, you know, mixed signals, but obviously, you know, some people are going to be excited, some people aren't. So let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.